Welcome to NBC's 6th Annual National Heads Up Poker Championship presented by GoDaddy.com. 64 hungry poker players started the tournament here at Caesars Palace, and only 4 remain. 2 bracelet-studded veterans, a surprise from St. Louis, and a celebrity apprentice to Donald Trump who knows her way around a card table. Let's meet our first semifinal match. 2008 November Niner Dennis Phillps steps up against 2004 WSOP Tournament of Champions winner Annie Duke. Annie, you've had 2 incredible matches to get here. Has that boosted your confidence?
I mean, I think just getting through to this point naturally boosts your confidence. You know, yeah, it's just like a big sigh of relief. So I'm just going to try to keep doing what I've been doing and hope for the best.
All right. Dennis, you keep saying you're just happy to be here, but I know you really want to win and beat Annie, don't you?
Oh, when the cards get in the air, it's obviously competition. We can be great friends otherwise, but it's competition here. And she doesn't need any more boosts.
All right. Well, that's a good compliment. Good luck, you two. And at our feature table, a couple of guys who are no stranger to big-time victories. 1988 main event runner-up and 8-time bracelet winner Eric Seidel battles the 1998 World Series champ, the larger-than-life Scotty Nguyen. Scotty, so far you've taken out every kind of opponent, from Phil Ivey to amateur qualifiers, but this might be your toughest challenge yet. What do you do to prepare for Eric?
You know, baby, just play my game and have some fun. You know, baby.
You're going to entertain us and the crowd at the same time?
That's the only way I know how.
It's the only way you know how. You know, Eric, you've steamrolled over all of your opponents. You haven't been in trouble to this point. Is the same going to hold true with Scotty?
No, I've run well so far, but this is going to be a very tough match.
All right, we'll let you two get at it. Good luck. Let's get the cards in the air.
Greg Hummer here with Ali Najad. Semifinals getting underway. And today, one of these remaining 4 will be able to call themselves 2010 National Heads Up Poker Champion.
You know, in like few hands, I need to go to the bathroom. It's okay with you?
No problem. Anytime.
You do the same.
Anytime. Not a problem at all.
Yeah, because, you know, baby, the water, the beer, gotta go, baby.
Don't worry about it. We can always stop the clock.
Blinds at 1,500 and 3,000. Each player starts with 320,000 in chips. Eric with ace-4 limps in.
All right, baby. Let's see the flop, baby.
Scotty with 8-7. He'll check. Eric pairs his 4.
Scotty with the gut shot straight draw. Leads right out.
He bets 4,000. Eric calls. Jack no help to Scotty. He checks. Check from Seidel.
Bottom pair, no reason to bet now.
Deuce on the river. Eric's 4 is still best.
You got it, baby. I got 7 high flush draw.
Both players knuckle the end. Seidel takes it.
And catch an ace club right there.
Which flush was he referring to?
I guess it must have been darts. The combination of diamonds and hearts.
Okay, an ace club right there, baby.
Out at table 4, a similar start for these two. Blinds 1,500 and 3,000, 320,000 in chips on each side. Dennis with Jack-9.
Bit of a different climate at this table. Not as chatty.
He raises to 7,500. Ace-Queen for Annie.
Pot's a little bigger pre-flop in this match.
She calls.
Start things off.
Gut shot straight draw for Dennis.
11.
Annie checks. Dennis bets 11,000.
He played big pot poker against Doyle in the last round, and it looks like more of the same here.
Duke folds. Glancing now at the tournament bracket, it began with 64 of the world's elite players. We've whittled our way down to a surprising 4 semifinalists.
Surprising is right. Dennis Phillps probably the least likely to have been in anyone's pre-tournament bracket picks. But I got to say, I've been impressed with what he's managed to do. Getting by Doyle Brunson was big for him.
Annie looks at 10-6.
7,500.
Raises to 7,500. 10-8 for Dennis. He'll call. Like some sort of comment out from the peanut gallery.
Notice how Annie Duke raising on the button. It almost doesn't matter what her 2 cards are. 10-6 offsuit, not the reason she's raising, but position more so.
Dennis pairs his 8. Checks.
Make that 11.
Annie bets 11,000.
She's just trying to keep the pressure on here. Wants to be aggressive.
11.
Dennis calls.
Obvious trouble now is she's got 10 high.
2-way straight draw for Annie.
Still 10 high, a little better now. 5 will give her the 8 high straight. 9 will give her the 10. Makes a little more sense to bet.
She bets 18,000.
She'd be happy to take this pot right here. Doesn't want to have to make that straight.
Call. 18,000.
A call from Dennis.
This pot's up to 73,000 now. Be interesting to see what happens now. The board is paired on the end. That's a bad card for Annie to try to bluff. Dennis's 8 looks so much better now. She doesn't know that's where he's at, though. And even if she thinks he's got a busted flush, she's got to bet because it's so unlikely that 10 high can check behind and take the pot.
I call.
Dennis calls the 29,000.
7-8.
And his queens and 8s take it.
Annie committing to the 3-barrel bluff, doing everything she could to win that pot. But instead, she just spots Dennis Phillps a big lead.
Dennis and Annie, 2 of the 4 players remaining, but it began with much more. A stacked field of 64 facing off in single elimination, no-limit Texas Hold'em. The stakes escalating as the rounds progress. And with each passing match, staying afloat becomes an even more daunting challenge. A fresh set of names, the focal point in each successive round. And at every table, a brand new looming threat. From 64 players down through the quarterfinals, and now just 4 remain. Eric Seidel, Scotty Ngyuen, Dennis Phillps, and Annie Duke. Semi-finalists at the 2010 National Heads Up Poker Championship.
The tournament's over only when you play the last hand.
It's nice to be this deep. It'd be great to win it.
This is the same as winning a bracelet.
You know, baby, the title is everything to me. Who do you beat first?
Huck.
Oh, you beat Huck?
That's right. That was a funny one because you only have to win the tournament 3 times in a row to equal his record in this tournament.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Because he's like 15-5.
What?
Yeah. Yeah, he has. I think he was in the money every year, and then won it last year.
Oh, really? Oh, I didn't know that. Except this year.
For the record, Huck actually 18-5.
All right, now we playing the game, all right, baby?
Queen 5 for Eric, he limps in.
Ice cold non-alcoholic for Scotty. He sips.
That's all right.
I told you, now we playing the game, baby. Let's raise it up. 7 more.
Ace Jack, he raises to 10,000.
You have to ban the cocktail.
I have a beer, baby. I have.
Quick fold from Seidel. You hear the term bracket buster a lot in tournaments like these, and I've got a feeling that no one had this group of 4 going on into the semifinals. Coming to this year's event, Eric Seidel, Scotty Ngyuen, Annie Duke, and Dennis Phillps had exactly 4 wins combined. Now they've each won 4 matches to get to this point. So it's time for you to share some of your wisdom. What do you see happening in the Scotty Ngyuen, Eric Seidel semi?
It's been said that poker is a brand new game and that the older players just can't hack it, but take a look around you. Not a young top internet pro to be found. Eric Seidel is playing some of the best poker in this event to date for him, already having beaten 3 former main event champions. And guess what Scotty Ngyuen is? Just a 4th in his crosshairs. Mark Eric Seidel down in the finals.
So that's one side of the bracket. What about Annie Duke and, of course, Dennis Phillps? A couple of very familiar faces, but just not necessarily who we thought would have have a shot to make the finals.
We're used to seeing the word Duke in the brackets. Now, that's, of course, in the Final Four instead of in the Heads Up Poker Championship. But Annie's been playing excellent thus far. Grind 'em down poker is how she beat Paul Wasika and Jerry Yang to put herself in this position. I like that approach against Dennis Phillps. I think she's going to play pot control, and the only time chips are going to get in the middle from Annie Stack is when she wants them there. Mark Annie Duke down, joining Eric Seidel in the final to battle it out for the trophy.
Bold prediction from you, partner, certainly at this point with Duke down 137,000 in chips.
I hope I'm getting odds on that.
I think Jerry Yang ruined everybody's brackets.
Yeah, he did a little bit.
Yeah.
You're right.
He played tough, though.
Yeah. It's a little unpredictable.
Yep.
Which is not necessarily a bad thing.
No, exactly.
Especially when you're playing a heads up or whatever.
Right.
It can get nasty.
Phillps with ace-8 raises to 7,500. Annie with ace-king suited raises to 22,000.
She smooth called with ace-queen offsuit earlier. Not going to treat ace-king suited the same way, though. She'll get a little rebate.
Annie Duke, obviously an accomplished poker player, but also a well-known name thanks to her runner-up finish on NBC's Celebrity Apprentice.